Good day, everyone. My name is S.L. Fernandez, and I am the BS at Secondary Education, and I'm here to tackle about the demo teaching. So, objectives. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to 1. Identify what intonation is this. 2. Compare and contrast the rising and falling intonations. 3. Make an example of intonation and identify if it's rising or falling intonation. Subject matter, formula, intonation. Alright, students, let us put ourselves in the presence of God, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Alright, so let me check the attendance first. One, two, 5, 10, 19, right? Mhm. 18. Alright, so I think all of you are present. So, good morning, everyone. Alright, so we have a quick review. So, any of you remember the topic that any of you remember the topic that we tackled last week? Anyone? That you remember something last week? Anyone? Anyone? None? Alright, so any of you didn't remember the topic that we tackled about last week? So I'm gonna discuss again the topic that we tackled last week. So the topic that we tackled last week, the the topic that we talked about, the intonation. So that's the topic that we tackled last week. So that all of you remember this topic because it's gonna come out in your exam. So bring out your notebook and pencil or pen, whatever you want there, because you're gonna write the details about this topic. About this topic. Alright, so let's start. Oh, and one more thing. Any of you have any questions or don't understand the topic, just ask me in the end of the lesson. Because I know that all of you didn't understand the topic or you don't any little bit of a topic that you remember. Alright, so intonations. Intonation is primarily a matter of variation in the pitch of the voice. It's a voice. In such language as often accompanied by stress and rhythm to produce meaning. So it's like a what your voice is. It's like a low or high pitch. It's a matter of variation in the pitch of the voice. So you should remember that the stress and rhythm to produce meaning, that what you call intonation. It's written that stress and rhythm to produce meaning, that is intonation. It is the way pitch of your voice goes up and down of as you talk or reciting something by saying it. There are high or low pitch that um you are a speak the sentence. It conveys differences of expressive meaning, and it can also serve a grammatical functions and gives information beyond just the basic meaning of the words. It expresses the speaker's attitude or feeling about something as well as giving grammatical information. It distinguishes any type of sentence and to divide sentence into sense groups. It's true because there are grammatical functions. It's effect of um your voice speech. It's like you are making a sentence and you have a high and low voice that you are making a sentence. Meaning it express of your speaker attitude or feeling about something, that are distinguish any types of sentence and to divide sentences into sense group. There are many speech features in intonations like melody, sentence stress, tempo characteristics, rhythm, and timbre. And I think, and this is a, the assignment that I want to I clarify to all of you about the sentence stress, the tempo characteristics, rhythm, and timbre. Their meaning about these four intonations, because it is part of intonation of the speech features in intonation. Now we know about the intonation. So we proceed to the examples of intonation. So listen carefully because these examples are gonna be part of the exam too. If you're gonna know about the intonations, they their the characteristics, the examples, and anything there. There are two types of examples of intonations. It is a rising and falling intonation. And I think all of you remember these two. So what is rising intonation that you remember? Because we discussed this last week and I just reciting the intonation, or I'm just a rediscussing the intonation. Meaning, mm, because this is a part of the exam. This is a part of your exam. The rising phoneme, the rising intonation, and falling intonation. Anyone? Even the rising intonation, falling intonation, you didn't remember? None? None? I think all of you never remember the rising intonation, falling intonation. Because I just discussed this last week. Even the examples of intonation, none? Alright, so first is the rising intonation. You're gonna take this note because it's gonna come out of your exam. You're gonna take this note because in next week I'm gonna ask any of you about the intonation